Welcome to another video, A Walk on the Wild Side, and I'm here in Blackpool in the middle of Storm Christoph, and it's a touch on the wet side. Yeah, so I'm currently on Greenwood Avenue in a bit of a residential area here, and I'm making my way down to the promenade, and we'll see what it's like on the promenade. It's coming up to high tide actually, but I'm not really expecting any big waves or anything like that, so we'll just have to see what it's like. But I'm going to be taking a look at some stuff along the way, some interesting things to point out. I'll be heading past where the site of the old Mecca used to be, if anyone remembers the Mecca ballroom dancing on Central Drive. I'll be going past there. I'll also be going past where the old illuminations used to be department on the way to the promenade. And by the way, this is quite a high area of Blackpool, this. You normally get a really good view at the pleasure beach straight ahead, but it's quite, with all this rain, you can't really see it. And here's something else, if you put a request in, I will be reading some out later in the video, so stay tuned for those. Other vloggers are better at doing it than me, but I will give you a good way of getting through to me, where I tend to lose a lot of the comments. So if you click on the banner logo on my home page, the hearts picture in the bottom right hand corner, that will take you to my website. And if you use the contact form on the website and ask for a request there, I will 100% guarantee you will get a shout out. And you can also look at some of my pretty pictures on there while you're at it. Anyway, we're now on to Ansdell Road, and I just want to show you something over the road here. Can you see this spare plot of land here? There used to be a semi-detached house here, and it had to be demolished because it had subsided really, really bad. Yeah, must be about 20 years ago or so now. Yeah, subsidence is a bit of a problem in Blackpool, and if you look down this road here, you might just be able to tell that some houses are a little bit higgledy-piggledy. You get that quite a lot here in Blackpool. This is a good chippy on the corner of Cunliffe Road, Raffles. Visit Raffles and tell them I sent you. I can hear an alarm going off. I hope they've not been broken into. And this is another area that's bad for subsidence as well. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Can you see how these houses here are kind of up and down? Yeah, this is a particularly bad area, this. Okay, so a quick look at the bowling greens here at Revel Park. We'll have a closer look at the park a bit later on. I'm heading towards Central Drive while we're talking a little bit of history. Okay, so I'm now on Central Drive, and this is a part of Central Drive where it transitions from a residential area into more of a shopping area. Let's go and have a look what's up here. Okay, so I'm now at Revel Park, and you can see Revel School over there, and as I pan round, there's a petrol station over the road, and this was the site of an old car dealership called Corton Beach. Can't remember what they sold. Was it Nissan or Toyota? There's a football ground over there, look. Check out this puddle here. It's really, really wet, and it's not letting up at all. Anyway, This is where it gets interesting. Who remembers the Mecca? Dancing, ballroom dancing, northern soul, all that. A huge building, and it had a multi-storey car park connected to it on the right hand side. The Mecca was right here. Yeah, so I'll go into it in more detail on a history vid. I'm going to talk about the Mecca on a dedicated video, so look out for that. But anyway, this is where it once stood, and I'm going to try something now. I want to try an old photograph trick. Let's see how this works. Okay, so I've taken this photograph looking towards where they are building these new houses there now on the site. It was originally intended to have a college on there, Blackpool College, but unfortunately the funds fell through, so they've ended up building the new Foxhole Village on there instead. Anyway, check this out. I've just taken this picture here now, and if I overlay this now with an old photograph of the Mecca, you'll see what I mean. Look at this. It was a brutalist building, absolutely huge, concrete monolith, a bit like the Wilcos in town. And I remember it had a wedding world there as well. I remember the wedding world, and it also had a photographic printing place as well. I think it was called MPS, I'm not sure, but I know I went in there. But I really wish I took some pictures of this building myself, but I didn't, unfortunately. And as you can see, building work has been held up due to the contractor going bust. This has been like this for quite a while now, probably a couple of years. So I'm now at the corner of Rigby Road, and this is where the multi-storey car park stood. I'm just heading down Rigby Road now. Funny little building there, I don't know what that is. Anyway, the place next door has always been some sort of clothes shop, mainly shoes. Anyway, we're heading towards Foxhole Village now, and I'll show you a bit of that now. Someone did ask me to have a look around there, so I'll do. Okay, so we're now looking at the new Foxhole Village development, which is actually being built on the site of the old Illuminations depot. And it's just across the road from the Odeon Cinema, and we've got a Frankie and Benny's there, we've got McDonald's and a Bannatyne's gym. Funny how they have a gym right next to the McDonald's, so you can work off the Big Mac. Anyway, this is the part of the development that has been completed, and it says that the prices start at £125,000, which I don't think is that cheap actually. You can certainly get a lot cheaper than that in Blackpool. But they do have a help to buy offer, 5%. Okay, so I'm getting close to the promenade now, and when I get there, I'll read out those requests, so stay tuned. Okay, I've made it to the promenade, and check out this here, the tram track's flooded, look at this! Wow! It's a good job I've got my wellies on. Check this out, looking pretty wild out there. The wind's coming more from the south, so the waves aren't really whipping up like they would normally do, and it's also a fairly low high tide, only 7.5 metre. We need something like an 8.5 to 9.5 metre to get those really big waves. Anyway, I'm opposite the, I'm just by the sewage treatment works here, can you see? You might see those pipes over there, they're called the pipes of poop, or that's what I call them. They're actually called venting blades. Now you might remember, this building here used to have like a tower, a black and white tower that used to perform that task, the outlet tower, but that's been replaced now by these fancy things here called venting blades. How about that? You can actually see them on my famous photograph of the lightning, all lit up, fancy. Anyway, we're almost at the end now, so I better read out these requests just in case I forget. And don't forget to check out the link on the banner and check out my website and use the contact form for future requests, because you can be guaranteed I will give you a request if you do it that way. If you do it in the comments, I'm not so sure, because I sometimes get too bogged down by the comments. But anyway, here we go. Colin Hope, the Rooneys from Carlisle, Mark Johns in Burma, all the way over there in Burma, Dave in Carlisle, Russ, Sonia, Josh and Millie the Cat, Harry Smith of Derby, Shemaine Turner, Jude Curry and Ryan the Iceman. I hope I got all those right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so I'm going to have to wrap this up now because this rain is not letting up at all. And I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the history that I put in there, and also I got those requests in there at the end. Remember to check out my website if you want to guarantee a request on the videos. So yeah, that was Storm Christoph, and I think it's still going to be passing by tomorrow, so it's not going away anytime soon. So I hope you liked the video, and if you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on another one. But I will leave you with some scenes of a very wet Blackpool Promenade.